Alright, looks like we're live. Wanted to make sure. Wonderful. See, audio levels look good. Music volume might be a bit high. But we can fix that once we get in and can adjust the options. Right, I'm gonna go over what the rules are. I'm doing a completionist run. And as such, we're not doing like normal challenge rules where you can't do this or can't do that. I will be summoning NPCs specifically because there are quests where the NPC needs to be summoned and survive the boss fight a certain number of times in order to actually get the reward. Heyo! And because I want to actually... Well, I'm going to explain that as we go, but I am going to allow myself to get summoned in by other players to help them. I'm not going to summon them in turn, but we are going to allow ourselves, and I'm going to show you why in a bit. It has to do with the small summon soapstone. Also, I'm not going to summon players to help me beat the bosses. Not that it really matters too much. And we're not going to, if a player drops something really cool, we're not going to use it. We're just going to stick with whatever gear we can get where we are. Because the point of this is almost like a guide. Like, how do I go from zero to hero where I am with what I have? So now that we've kind of gone over the rules, let's get things started.
Perhaps you've seen.
I'm not going to skip the intro this time.
In a dream.
Usually I do.
A murky, forgotten land.
Woo!
A place where souls may mend your ailing mind.
Things are getting pretty spooky here.
You will lose everything. Once branded. The symbol of the curse. An augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light. None will have meaning, and you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human. A thing that feeds on souls.
We're gonna go hollow.
A hollow.
Yep.
Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drang Lake. Perhaps you're familiar.
Oh.
No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why.
I hope to one day have a smile as nice as hers. Very spooky.
Like a moth drawn to a flame, your wings will burn in anguish. Time after time. For that is your fate. The fate of the cursed.
Alright, quick question. Do we go with a guy character or a girl character? I'm okay either way. And this is where the ghost toilet has left us. Alright. And what color hair? Alright. So, in case you're wondering, there is some stuff over here. Rusted coin. Not useful to us yet, but it will raise the item drop chance. But if you realistically change the item drop chance from 2% to 4%, even though it's technically double the drop rate, that doesn't mean you're gonna get it. Smooth and silky, lovely. Alright, so what color hair do we go with?
What seems to be the ruckus?
Oh my, your face. The face of the curse. It's an undead. An undead has come to play. They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
You're finished. You'll go hollow.
These ladies are very reassuring.
Yes, you'll become one of them.
Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls.
Letting us know what the expectations are.
This is the fate of the cursed.
What is your name?
What is my name? Alright, let's go with... There we go. Nice and descriptive. Sure.
At least you know your own name.
It's more of a title than a name.
Here's your reward for sharing. It's a human effigy. closer look.
Who do you think it's supposed to be?
Think back, deep into your past.
Big round tummy.
Yes, it's an effigy of you.
Yeah. Guilty. Alright. Go with... yeah, that's fine. Base, homeland. Hair. Hair color. Let's define something. Eyebrows. Probably fine. Eye color. Something wild and magical. Settings, tattoo. We'll go with the dot. Color. There we go. Cute little mole. And that's about as much as we're going to get into that. For class, we're going as everybody's favorite, the Deprived. No starting weapons. Stats evenly distributed. This is what I mean, we're starting as a 0. So, as a gift, we are taking a petrified something. A simple, petrified lump. Maybe of use to someone someday.
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse. You're no different, I should think.
Oh, okay, that's enough. Let's take down the music volume a little bit. Now, notice it's like, for whatever reason, my character decided to strip down. Well, I mean, we still have the gear we started with, so there's no need to start off that poorly. Now, if we were doing a no bonfire run, we might not even touch that one. Torch isn't really a weapon, but we gotta start somewhere. Something you might notice is I've only got a fist. So punching isn't ideal, but it seems to stun them. We're gonna lower down the sound effect volume as well. Alright. And compared to DS1, the punch in DS1 just did like 3 points of damage. It was god-awful, not viable at all. Here, at least, we can make it till we get to the first real weapon of the game. Now, I could have just run past them, but then I'd end up with 3 guys chasing me, and I'd rather not deal with that smoke. Now the other reason why I'm carrying the torch, not that I explained the first reason, which is for things to not be dark, is to light everything up. Once every single sconce in this area is lit up, a bonus enemy appears that has a nice little drop. Alright. First real weapon of the game, the dagger. Has a quick slash attack, but it also has a pretty decent poke. And in DS2, poking attacks are king. That's why you see a lot of speedrunners always using stuff like the rapier. It does a quick poke, and pokes are awesome. Ouch. That guy makes player sounds. It's a little upsetting. So that first item that we grabbed, the petrified stone, its only purpose is to drop in this nest. And it's essentially just a lottery ticket. Maybe we get lucky, maybe we don't. Also, you'll hear them say, give us smooth, give us silky. So you see this small, smooth, and silky stone? They will also happily take it.
Ja, ja. Zo nice, zo smooth. Yeah, yeah. Silky smooth.
Oh! Yes!
Ew, ew.
I wanted that, actually. We have a main weapon. Channeler's Trident. We don't have the stats to use it yet, but we will at some point. Alright. Channeler's Trident. 15 dex, 11 strength, so we are nowhere near being able to use it just yet. Yeah, dagger quick attack is pretty good at interrupting their flow. Alright, got 25 seconds on that, so we can't. Let's do just a little practice jump here. Okay. We have not forgotten how to do our jumps. Amber herb. What did they mean by that? Alright, let's see. We got 20 seconds to do as much as we can with this torch. Come on. Gonna ignore that guy. Okay. We're not gonna ignore that guy. Well, we'll have to come back with a new torch. And there's only 3 seconds left. Not much I can do with that. I spent too much time blabbing. Usually I have to be a little bit more succinct. Because we got a few more sconces left here. But that's fine. Alright. We continue. Now you can tell you're in a healthy world because this place is full of signs of suicide. I mean, well... It's a strange world we live in. Alright, let's grab ourselves this item. If you learn something new, let me know. Nice little secret ledge. I first discovered that because I looked over and saw that there was a path. And I was like, oh, there might be something over there. Check, check. Is it no volume on me or no volume on the game? Check, check. Okay.
You're undead, aren't you? You have that distinct scent, the smell of irreversible fate.
Huh.
This is
I mean-
Majula. It is a kind of
To be fair,
settlement.
this clothing looks
A
like
place
it would
where
have
life
some
is
serious
almost
funk on it.
normal. And in Drang Lake these days.
Yeah, yeah. Just let me join your club.
I am Solden.
Yes?
You probably heard that it was possible to break the curse here.
Yes.
Well, there's nothing here for you, me, or anybody.
He is the game's optimist.
Do you know much about souls?
A little.
Even I'm not certain, but I'm told that the soul is the essence of life itself. Anything living, sentient or not, what we call, to be a
Yeah,
me.
okay.
And that there are 4 beings, and wherever you go, each, if that frightens you. Do you ever cry the journey you're facing, when you've protection?
Sure, I'll join your club.
That is a what people are. Let the sentinels cradle you in their embrace.
Yeah. We'll talk to Emerald Herald momentarily. We're gonna do the rounds first. Okay, did I...
Who are you? Oh, it doesn't matter. Just help me open this door. I packed my tools in here, seeing it was vacant, but now somebody's gone and locked the door.
It's a real problem. Okay. Put some healing items. Now, when I first saw this, my first thought was hit it, and I was rewarded. Game doesn't really have that many cool mechanics, and sometimes it feels like it has a lot of one-off mechanics, but I appreciated that.
Are you the next monarch? Or merely a pawn of fate? Bearer of the curse, I will remain by your side. Take this with you. May it ease your journey. Go on and see the king. King Vendrick.
All right.
Bearer of the curse, for misery will lead you to greater, stronger souls. You will never meet the king with a soul so frail and pallid.
Damn.
Seek those whose names are unutterable. The four endowed with immense souls. Their souls will serve as beacons, once you have found them, so that hope will not fade away. Is that a shard you found? Here, to see light, to see hope. However faint it might be.
All right. We've got healing. But before we get into the game proper, just a couple of things to pick up. And a warning. The very first time I played Dark Souls 2, I saw this stone. I entered that covenant. That was a bad idea. Hey Myth, how's it going? We're doing well, we're doing well. We've only just started. Got to Majula from the training area. I got very lucky and ended up getting the Channeler's Trident from the lottery. Nice, nice. I don't know how bad the stream delay is between chat and me, but hopefully it's not too bad. Right. So we're taking this side path first, and the reason we're doing it is getting a shield. Yeah, I figured that's what you meant. Yeah, get yourself taken care of. You're on West Coast time. Right, now we have a shield. It's not the best shield, but a shield is better than no shield. And we've got a backup weapon. Broken Thief's Sword. It requires 9 strength. So we can't use it one-handed. But we can two-hand it. And it'll do okay damage. But this is not a good weapon to have. Yeah, no, get you your coffee. Yeah. But these guys, until you beat the first boss in this area, these guys are gonna stay peaceful, so we're not gonna mess with that. Big green guys though, that's a different story. So one of the reasons why I'm poking this guy with the dagger is just to show how little damage we do, even though it's a starting area. Ooh. Ah! He got me. He got me. We're not gonna stress too much about that. I should have probably rested on the bonfire, but I'm not gonna worry about it. But now I'm ugly. Wear your mask. You're not pretty anymore. I think in Dark Souls 3 that was one of the big quality of life changes, where they made it so that the player doesn't have to be ugly all the time. They in fact have to opt into being ugly by becoming hollowed. Because most players are not going to be like fully human 100% of the time when playing this game. In fact, they might spend the majority of the game in some form of hollowed state. In Dark Souls 3, they probably realize, it's like, hey, you know, players probably don't want to look like beef jerky the entire time they're doing their thing. So, what we're gonna do, we're just gonna pick up our souls, turn on that bonfire, and get the F out of here. Okay. Now for the real journey. This is where we're going to spend most of our time. The Forest of Giants. You know what's a kind of funny, nasty trick? In New Game Plus, this chest is a mimic chest. Kinda love the fact that they did that. Another human effigy. And I don't have to make that jump. You can just come in from the other side. We're gonna ignore the big boy. You notice the dagger, it's quick. It's got a nice little poke. And when you don't get comboed, you can stagger them pretty well. shall continue our journey. Fun fact, first time I played DS2, I didn't even notice that bonfire until like much later. I just completely missed it. Okay, I'm getting a pretty decent stagger from the dagger. Alright. We're just gonna take the arrow, it's fine. I know it's a little risky, but I'm going to try to hold off on using any healing items for the time being. Alright, the secret to this place, just deal with them one at a time. See videos of people complaining about this area. But really, just one at a time. Infantry axe, can we use that? 9 and 1, yes we can. Actually, yeah, it's better than the broken bandit's knife, but we have to two-hand it. Still, not bad. No, let's get off. So there's a moral here. Dark Souls 2 is easy if you know exactly where everybody is. Gotta love those Dark Souls 2 execution backstabs. So early in the game, before you even spec into a very specific weapon, the axes are really good because they don't require any skill at all. And usually if you two-hand them, you can meet the requirements to use them. In Dark Souls 2, unlike any of the other Dark Souls games, when you two-hand a weapon, it doubles the apparent strength to stat. Instead of, I think it's like 1.5 in the other games. Short sword, also very good early on, but can we use it? As a 10 skill, and we only have 6. So, depending on what class you start with, you can either use it or not. But early on, yeah, if you actually had a good character that has a lot of skill, a short sword definitely beats Has a good longer reach than the dagger and a good poke. Yeah, as long as they're gonna be here waiting for me to take them out, I'm okay with that. Another thing when playing Dark Souls 2 is that weapon durability is garbage. Weapons degrade very quickly, so you should always have a spare weapon. Okay. Alright, since we're pretty close to the first checkpoint here, I'll make sure I'm properly healed up. Ah! No! That's fine. We had it handled. Life gem. Okay, do we have any range? No ranged. Okay. It's usually nice to have some kind of ranged attack to deal with this guy. Not trying to be a hero just yet. Ah, bag nabbit. Okay, okay. It's fine. The two-handed dagger poke stagger works wonders. Alright, we're doing good. Making good progress. We have already died once, but that's fine. And this is a good checkpoint. Before anything horrible happens.
Son. Oh, come now, help an old woman and buy something.
What is that dark aura on her hands? Anyway. Before we accidentally do something that we might regret and lose all of our souls, Let's buy some goodies.
Thank
Okay.
you.
I'll talk to her later. Oh, I did want to mention,
But
she's selling the hand axe, which is awesome. But you can get a free one. So,
lively tongue.
don't do it. Got the feeling that no matter what I do, I'm not gonna be able to get the crystal lizard in there. Yeah. I'm gonna have to come back with a better weapon. There we go. Hand axe. Now we have yet another backup weapon. Maybe I should have free-aimed the crystal lizard. Too late now. So as I mentioned at the very, very beginning of the stream, I will be allowing for some multiplayer, just not summoning people to help me beat the bosses. But I am going to take advantage of the fact that this small soapstone is like resting at a bonfire without having to rest at a bonfire. What I mean is, if you complete your time as a small soapstone shade, it will restore your Estus, and it will also repair your weapons. So, while you're going about, it's good to just drop the sign. Get summoned to help somebody, and then continue. And it's just a pretty good strategy for any casual playthrough. Just drop your small sign down, get summoned to help somebody, get yourself a small, smooth, silky stone, and then continue. Ah, spear guy's gonna destroy me. That's fine. Now, if you ever do a jump and you're concerned that you're gonna end up rolling to death, just turn it into a plunge attack. Now, I'm not gonna say whether or not that rolling ball of death got me the first time I played Dark Souls 2. But it might have. Now we exhaust this fellow's dialogue.
Oh,
It's
I'm sorry.
Kale, the
I
cartographer.
was just daydreaming, I think. My name is Kale. I am a traveler like yourself. I'm navigating the
This is a weird position to be daydreaming.
Why cartography, you ask? Well, that's a good question. When I first came into this Forsaken, it was... a curse? But I do know one thing for certain. I have always been very fond of maps. I came to this land strangling. Have you seen? Inside, I believe. Now? Yes. Wait. Then what? Were you looking for... Wonderful. Shame on you. Here, take this. What a joy to meet you.
Thank you, sir.
Incredible, really, isn't it? Oh, I would not venture deep into the mansion. I can't be certain, but I've heard disturbing noises. Something about it feels wrong. I'll be back in Majula soon. Perhaps we will meet again.
Perhaps
and
we will.
discuss maps at our leisure. I'll be back in... Perhaps we...
Yeah. We've just made a friend. Definitely don't have to kill him later. Now, before we completely exit this area... Whoa! Let's see, is there anything here? We want to take this side. That way we can make sure whatever weapon we end up investing something into early on, it's at least a couple levels. In fact, we can do that now. Well, not now, but soon now. Here's the plan. We open the shortcut, and then we invest our first couple of smithing stones into the hand axe. Nope. I'm trying to get him to swing on the barrels. Worth it. Worth it. Just walk it off. We'll be fine. Alright. First checkpoint done there. And the reality is, you can just get really close to this wall and then use the area damage from the firebomb to blow it up and just instantly get the shortcut. But I wanted to make sure to talk to all those guys and grab those things. Good sir, you are now free to work.
Ah, yes, very good. Now I can get to work.
Yes.
But first, let me set up. Come again later.
Alright. We will later simulate the passage of time by sitting on the bonfire. Yeah. Okay, Pharaoh's Lockstone. Now we have to deal with the thing in the basement. Your Monophagy. But the real reason to come visit the basement, Estus Shard Flask. And apparently these are shards of the Lord Vessel. Also, we have this magical chest. Now, back when the game was newer, there would be events. And sometimes they would use this chest as a way of giving players special event-related items. One of those was just a regular longsword that the blade looked like the Moonlight Blade.
Is that a shard you found?
Mm-hmm.
Here, let me see it. To see light, to see hope, however faint it might be.
Alright, more healing. Yep, let's simulate the passage of time. As one does.
You, stand back. This is dangerous work. The name's Lenigrast. Just a simple blacksmith. And you are... another useless traveler.
It's mean.
A man ought to labor with his feet planted firmly in the earth. Not roam around like you flirtatious vagabonds. Oh, what does it matter? Your equipment. Let me have a look.
This guy's like a fantasy dwarf. If the fantasy dwarf was a 7-foot pro wrestler. Okay, this one, Chandler's Trident actually takes regular Titanite, so that's pretty cool. But for now, we are gonna invest in the hand axe and also the stabby
I'll be around.
little dagger.
Bearer of the curse. Seek soul,
Seek,
lest
lust. Beautiful. Alright. So we're gonna need to up our skill if we want to use some of the other things, like I want to say the Chandler's Trident set 11. No, 15. So we're gonna need a lot of skill there. Back to the forest. At least now with the hand axe, we should be able to do an okay amount of damage. Now, somebody calls, we shall answer the summons. So that move, where you go forward and hit the right bumper, it's a little hard to pull off. I think I'm doing it wrong. I'm definitely doing it wrong. There we go. That move. It'll knock the shield out of the way and then open them up for a parry. In Dark Souls 3, that same move is actually a kick. But it does the exact same thing. It's called the, I want to say it's called the guard break. But getting the timing on it is extremely fidgety. So you can't reliably count on it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Alright, I gotta actually equip it. What the? Cool. It only cost me all of them. That's fine. That's fine. Ah, you got that turtle armor. Oh. Do we wanna... I don't think I'm emotionally ready to fight the pursuer just yet. No, don't. Ooh, leave me alone, leave me alone. That's fine. Great soul arrow. Large blue wood shield. How does that compare to the shield we are not using? Slightly better. Okay, first major improvement is going to be using that Pharaoh's Lockstone that we picked up from the mansion. Empty. Lovely. Slab. I will say Dark Souls 2 of all the games is probably the most generous with the slabs. And you can even get them for free from the nest. Now, this is one of my favorite mechanics in all of Dark Souls, because it is extremely niche. They only ever use it once in this entire game. You hit the door, that causes the guys on the inside to go investigate. This is never used anywhere else in this game. Oop, too late. Might as well pop a life gem. He's turtling with his back to the wall, that's no good. Take it. Now there's two types of chests in Dark Souls 2. Metal chests and wooden chests. You can destroy the wooden chests, and then the items inside turn into rubbish. Now, Dark Souls 1 players are going to be fooled into thinking that it's useful, because in Dark Souls 1, you could get a trade from the bird's nest from rubbish. But in Dark Souls 2, it literally is just a mark of shame, letting you know that you've messed up destroying a chest you shouldn't have. The more you know. Right, I raised my my strength instead of dexterity. That's why I can two-hand the axe. Mistake on my part, but that's fine. It just means it's gonna hit stronger.
I knew you'd be back.
How'd you know? Just get a few of those. And by a few, I mean 2.
Thank you.
Oh, we're gonna have to re-equip the throwing knives. I was trying to do the parry, did not work out. I'll try that again. And now instead of messing around, I'm just gonna try to kill him. This guy really is the worst. Yeah, we're gonna try that again. I'm just trying to get a nice clean kill so we can get into the pursuer fight without using up half of our Estus. Nah, he moved too quick. That was on me. The pursuer fight should be relatively easy, as long as I make it a point not to get hit. Okay, probably shouldn't be doing that. This is going to be so scuffed. But F it, we ball. Actually, before we ball, we did get a few. We did get enough kills to buy a few more
And you?
healing crystals.
Thank
Alright.
you.
Now we ball. Superhero landing. Oh, no, 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 not now. Oh well. Serves me right for not removing that sign before the pursuer fight. I'm gonna have to fight him in his arena now. But if we get lucky, we fight the pursuer over here. Maybe not. Alright, we got a player with a rapier. Means they're serious about winning. I can respect that. Huh. Okay. Okay, so judging by the fact that they have the rapier but didn't know they couldn't open that door, my only guess is this player was told, use the rapier. And this might be their first time playing. Also the fact that we're getting the full cutscene. Not sure all my hits are registering. Maybe they're delayed. And this is probably how we're gonna make the bulk of our money. Through mercenary work. Okay, okay, this is not a good situation. Because this is kind of like a good news, bad news. Good news, I can still fight the pursuer. Bad news, I also fight all the other guys. Oh, makes for a more interesting challenge. Very lively. I really wish they had friendly fire. Oh, no, that's fine, that's fine. You did that's on me. So normally these guys don't wake up until after you defeat the pursuer. Or if you fail the pursuer fight, next time you come up here, they'll wake up. Oh, alright. Back. You and me, buddy. Okay, he kind of clipped me there. Oh, no, no, no. Cut that too close. He's pursuing. Damn. Yeah, well, you know, it's fine. We're just gonna have to fight him in his arena for real. Well, put a sign down again. Alright. Alright, let's get our green little blood puddle. Oh, no! You jerk! It's your guys' fault! Sorry, you gets. Okay. We're gonna blame the loss on them, not me. Even though I did clear them, and I was fighting him one-on-one when I died. It's still their fault. Can't have that.
Hello there. Traveling all alone in these treacherous times. Well, I hope you have a very good reason. Oh, hogwash. Who am I to judge? My name is Pate. Be careful out there.
He is not Patches. I guess we can trust him. No, don't stop on my account. Alright. So what I'm doing, if you go down that passageway that he is by, the gate is going to close on its own, not because he set a trap or anything. And then I'll have to fight a nice large crowd. That's a bit rough. But if you come in from behind, you still have to fight that large crowd. But less of them at a time. Got a halberd, that's pretty cool. Halberds are nice. Ah, I wonder if this guy's played the game before. He's wearing the Nigerian prince set that you get from the trader. Oh, is he gonna try to blow up the wall using the explosives? Okay, okay. He only bought one firebomb. He's gonna have to get another one. Maybe this time he'll buy more than one, realizing that he might not get it right on the first try. Yeah, I'm not gonna stop you. You have at it. Give him the sign of nice job. Nice. Hopefully no, he's not opening the gate. Okay, cool. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm okay. I'm okay. Please draw his aggro. Guy's whiffing. We do the dance. Bye. Alright, and that restored our humanity, our durability, and our Estus. And that is why we put the smooth stone down. Now, I may not have mentioned it, but my goal is actually to become a very powerful mage. And that secret wall is the first step. Getting our hands on a sorcerer's staff. Another thing you notice is that I didn't hit the wall. Dark Souls 2 secret walls are weird. Here you actually have to interact with it, pressing your A button or the PlayStation X button to interact with the wall. Oh no, I'm trapped. So there's basically 3 kinds of secret walls in Dark Souls 2. There's that one that you just saw where you interact with the wall. Then there's the Pharaoh's Lockstone walls. They're not that secret, but you do need a key. And the other one is breakable walls. Those you do hit, but they don't poof like in the DS1. There they actually break into pieces.
Well, I see you managed to escape.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that brave warrior didn't come a cropper either.
I don't know what that means.
Be careful out there. There's talk of unsavory bandits who prey upon travelers like yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but you should take this.
I thank
It
you.
allows undead to call out for help to one another across the fissures between worlds. With luck, somebody will lend you a hand. Well,
Yeah,
I hope
okay.
that brave.
Yep.
Be careful out there.
Oh, I don't have any... grenades. I mean, fire bombs.
And you?
She damn well knew I was going to be back because she holds a monopoly on the small life gems.
Thanks.
Don't be fooled by her kindly demeanor. She knows exactly what she's doing. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I have one of these. I should probably, get that. Much better. Oh, come on. Damn it. Yeah, no, that's on me. Yeah, I can't even use a bow. At least not effectively. Now this is one of the things in Dark Souls 2 that I am not 100% on, but you'll see these little shadows. And then there's like this sneaky guy just hiding in the shadows. That is one thing where I don't know all the locations. Oh, we got 20 minutes. Okay. If we can make the jump. Nice. Oh, 24 minutes. Now, a true work of art. The infantry helm, not the rusty one, not the hollow one. Now I can be a conquistador. Right, I don't have any ranged weapons. We're gonna get rid of the infantry axe there for now. Do we have bolts? I know we have 3 wooden arrows, 20 wood bolts. What the hell is going on? Right, So might not have the stats, but this is a strength weapon. So we can two-hand it. As long as we stay far away, he doesn't raise his shield. Win-win. Oh, no. I was too early. That was my bad. Oh, yeah. Oh, mistakes were made. Shouldn't fight the big turtle guy. So my damage against him isn't awful. He's just really strong. Oh, no, and also my dodge timing is not perfect yet. I can do this all day. Alright. Beautiful. Okay. So we did pick up a halberd earlier from a drop, but why not get a second halberd? See? Dark Souls 2 is easy if you know where everything already is. Ah, a scholar. Hello. Now we're going to take a more standard approach. Yeah, pace. Okay, the fact that he ran towards that guy tells me this guy has played the game before. Also the fact that they're wearing the Explorer headpiece. Because the Explorer headpiece increases item discovery. I don't have fire. Do you have fire? Oh, okay, cool, cool. Nice, we've got a cleric. Are we gonna fight the pursuer? Yes, we're gonna fight the pursuer. Now, there's a reason why fighting the pursuer here is good. As a summon. You notice the pursuer here does not have a boss bar. And isn't treated like a boss, it's treated like this one-off enemy. But because of that, when a summon defeats him here, they don't get the fractional boss reward, they get the full reward. Heal thyself. Oh, no, no, that's on me, that's on me. I need your shenanigans. Weird. Oh, I'm okay, I'm okay. Alright. Looks like my timer is almost done. Shades, you can tell their time is almost done because they start to almost look pitch black. But we got the pursuer reward. Oh, woodpeckers are starting to wake up this time of year. Gonna be tapping against my walls. Okay, we picked up leather shield. And it is one of the better light shields. I mean, it's not a small shield, but it is a light shield. Now those fire arrows, extremely useful for later. Now, we're gonna summon Pate, because he seems like a completely trustworthy guy. But the real reason we're gonna summon him is because if you summon him for this fight, next time you encounter him, he gives you his pet. So why wouldn't we? That's part of how we're doing this whole completionist run thing. Just trying to get these NPC quests going. So if there is a NPC with a quest related to them, we will take advantage of that. Oh, I'm okay. That being said, I should probably make sure he survives the fight. No! Well, looks like the only way we're going to be able to get his set is if we kill him later. Which, you know, sometimes happens. Yeah, you might not have seen it, but there is a big old turtle guy on the other elevator.
Don't abandon a poor old... My name is stranger to me. All we get as strangers these days are dranged legs being a pile of rubble and the giants. Seemed like the battles would never end. Poor folk like myself, a swire keep all me. You may travel light. They say these trees could from each carcass sprout, but you know what they also say? That it's high time that I have a bargain for you.
Okay. Let's get an explorer hat, just for kicks and giggles. Get some magic, some healing, and one of these. Why not?
Take these. want them? Lonely.
Yeah. So, if you spend 10k souls on her, she will give you Silver Serpent Ring +1. Which is very kind of her. Alright, while we do a little bit of wrapping up in this area, I'm not going to rest at the bonfire, because I don't want to reset the enemies we've already killed. I will put the summon sign there so we can get our stuff fixed and our Estus replenished. Okay, Ring of Restoration gives us a bit of passive. Grand Lance, can we even use that? There it is. Not yet. If you decide to spec into the Grand Lance, that thing is amazing. It will destroy and stagger, and it's a stabby. Ah, mage. I aspire to learn your magical ways. Okay. So the fact that this guy looks the way he does means that he has an item that allows him to do that. An item that is from pretty deep in one of the DLCs. That guy cheating. You're not supposed to be able to just clip through fog walls like that. He might be cheating. Oh. Oh. In case you're wondering, got in recently. My side gig is going into other people's worlds as a summon to assist them so that I can repair my stuff. It looks like Jacob does not know where to go, which is fine. Jacob, come on, buddy. I'm gonna take care of the sniper. We don't need that kind of negativity in our life. Okay, Jacob. Jacob, where art thou going? Oh. Okay, so the wall's been exploded. That might have been our boy Joe. Does he know what he's getting himself into here? Nice. Yeah, fighting the rooftop pursuer is my method for getting a lot of souls early on. You know what? I don't. That's fine. We don't need that. Whatever it is, not like I can get through that door anyway. Ooh, is Valencia still there? She might have left because we talked to her. No, she's still there. Yeah.
Thank you.
Anytime. Alright. No more dilly-dallying. It's time for the pursuer. For reals. One thing that they did in the other Souls games and also in Elden Ring was like reserving a spot even if your inventory goes down to 0 for that item, so that you don't have to worry about re-equipping it once you restock. My damage isn't perfect, but it is okay. Ah! Alright. First sword fight. Let's go. We only got 41k souls on the line. I'm not gonna skip this cinematic, it's too good. Sure, you're wondering why I'm not using the ballista. And the reality is I'm just, I don't know the timing for that move. Ow, ow, no, don't do that. Ooh, no, that, I thought I could walk around it. That was my mistake. At this point, healing is actually... Oh! I was gonna say, at this point, healing is riskier than just playing it out. Alright. We're gonna have to run over there. Try it out. We can do this. We can do this. Oh, no, no. Mistakes were made. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. I'm sure some of you might be wondering why I would keep so many souls instead of spending them. Well, it's because I want to spend them over in the Lost Bastille. And even though I'm making a rush to the boss door, I'm still killing these guys for the simple reason that you don't get fog wall immunity in DS2. So they can still interrupt you out of there, and if I've got 5 guys stabbing me in the back when I'm trying to open up a fog door, that's just not a good place to be. Okay, take 2. Oh, that's fine. We can take it. Nice. Sure, I died to him twice, but this is fine. No, don't mind me. Don't mind me. Focus on your giant. Alright, now before we take the Nest Express, Dranglaic sword, Dranglaic shield, mail, gauntlets, leggings. And a turtle. We do not need to fight him. No. Alright, so what do we need for the Chandler's Trident? How much durability does it have? 40 out of 40. We'll make it work. It's a strange weapon, but you can make anything work in this game. Now, is it just me? Or that sound that you get every time you enter a new area? Doesn't it sound like the Law and Order sound? Nice. And we knock this down. And for whatever reason, it did not go off. So we improvise with the fire arrows that we got earlier. Then we go in here, and those of you who know that we get a fun little surprise called the Pursuer. What some of you might not be aware of is if you leave his zone, he's gonna be like, alright, I'm out, peace. And then we can just open the chest. I am gonna come back and fight him later because he does drop a Twinkling Titanite, and I want that. But just a little trick you can use if you ever have to deal with him. You don't have to deal with him immediately, you can save it for later. And still get the stuff in that chest. Yo, look at you!
What is it?
Oh, sorry.
I don't. Things are better that way. You are an odd one.
Sorry.
Normally, people keep a safe distance when they see this mask. But you... I'm called Lucatil. From the land of Mira to the far east, across the mountains. They say Drang Lake brims with powerful souls, and so I came to claim my share. But what a strange place.
Mm-hmm.
You are an odd one indeed.
Okay.
I've always... Well, you've made a point of engaging me. I can see that you are mid-journey. If you require assistance, I will help you. I come from Mira, a land of knights. My sword is always ready.
Very cool.
Don't hesitate to call upon me.
Thanks, Lucatil. You're a real one. Okay, we got the key. This is fine. This is fine. Twilight Herb. Nice. That'll be good when we get our magic thing going on. Alright, we don't want him to blow up the, we don't want him to blow up that barrel, so we're gonna try to keep a safe distance from him. Draw his aggro. Oh, okay, well, he pushed the barrel. What a jerk. Okay, I guess that means we're doing this place again. Take 2. Usually I hit him with like a throwing knife, and he'll just go over to where I am, but I was not expecting him to do that. Yeah, we work with what we have. Large Titanite, very nice. Okay, well, I guess I'll try that. Okay, so the barrel went down, but it didn't blow up. Got a couple of dogs. Okay, big old crack. I want to say the barrel's probably close enough. Let's try it. Nice.
Oh, why can't they all be this easy?
I don't know, man.
Ooh. Shape up. Oh, that's it, yes. That's the way. Dear flame, how brightly you burn. Flame, I smell flame upon you. I'm Macduff the blacksmith. All I want is a little flame. So, hand that ember to me. Right now, you imbecile.
Okay.
What a marvelous ember. You've got stones, I pray. Give me stones, and I'll fortify your gear. Be gone.
Alright, we're gonna rest. And since we turned on that sconce here, he moves over to the anvil, and we can check the chest he was sitting on. Iron arrows, excellent. Heavy bolt, lovely. Some twinkling, and the craftsman's hammer. Titanite shards. I want to say we probably have 6 of those. At least, yep, perfect. Large titanite.
I ought to fetch a new flame.
Okay. So let's see, how many do we need to buy? Got 5. We'll buy 1 more. And now we will reinforce Chandler's Trident that we can't even use. One of the cool things is, if you have the money, you can take a weapon immediately to +6.
Flame.
And now, what do we need to use it? 11 strength and 15 dex. So we're going to put the minimum necessary to be able to use it before we start our pivot into becoming a mage.
Is that a shard you found?
Yes.
Here, let me see it. To see light, however faint it might be.
Alright, so... was it 11 and 15 or 15 and 11? Doesn't matter. We have 11 on both. Yeah, so 15 dex.
Bearer of the... Seek, lest this...
Yes. Seek, lest. 1, 2, 3, 15. Okay, we're gonna need a lot of intelligence. We are also gonna need some faith. We're gonna pump up those numbers. We're gonna need attunement, otherwise we're not casting anything. Okay. And okay, yeah. Okay, we'll put an adaptability as well. And there we go. We've leveled up to level 40. Alright. So we've got 5 smooth and silkies. We can... Looks like we can use the basic... The very basic magic. And just like that, we are a mage. We are officially a mage. Let's see if what we can wrap up back here. I'm sure some of you might have been wondering, oh, why'd you leave this or that behind? Okay, first things first. Light stuff up.
You! Give us smooth! Yes, you! Give us silky! Yeah. So nice, so smooth. Yeah!
Junk, nice.
You! Yes, you!
Boltstone. Soul of a Proud Knight. Raw Stone. Bleedstone. We can get a... I want to say it's called a... Pale Stone, maybe? It's the one that gives you magic damage. That'd be nice. We'll light up the ones that we were missing. We have two fragrant branches of yore, but I don't want to use those here just yet. I'm okay. Please leave me alone. If you're not exploiting the terrain to your advantage, then what are you even doing? Are you even trying? Stone ring. Gold pine resin. Yeah, durability on the Chandler's Trident isn't the best. I mostly got it for the memes. I mean, it'll get you where you need to go until you get a better weapon. And since we got a chunk...
I knew you'd be around soon.
Let's reinforce. Get it to +7. We can buy 2 of those.
I'll be around.
And eventually use them. Now a little bit of wrap up in the Forest of the Fallen Giants. I don't think I'm gonna get summoned anymore because I am level 40, but you never know. Nice. Now, even though we don't get, like, immunity when going through a fog wall, we get immunity when opening a door. Truly a bold choice. Now, can we use the fire longsword? 10 and 9. Yes, we can. So the fire longsword is going to be our new backup weapon. And we'll try to get it to +6 as soon as we can afford to. Yes, we're being summoned. That'll cure our hollowing. Well, I didn't have any fire bombs. They didn't have any fire bombs. I mean, they did, but they used them all up. But I can be the fire bomb. Okay, no pursuer. So what are we doing here? My desire to use magic is mostly motivated by my wish to not get anywhere near certain enemies. That's the only thing that's motivating. I think I like DS2 the most. of the three of them. So I will say DS3 probably has the better mechanics. I like the DS2 mechanics. Oh, well. Guess it was just a short-term summon. And I didn't get any of my stuff repaired. I didn't get my humanity restored. I was just helping this guy do a thing. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. I don't need to restore my humanity. It is convenient. For the area that I want to go. One of the keys we got when we defeated the last giant was the key to a hidden little area. For this door. But I decided I wasn't going to come down here until I had a stronger weapon, because that area is more difficult. And while we're at it, we can try and get the souls we need to upgrade the fire sword so it can be our backup weapon. Now I know some people don't like the torch mechanic in DS2, and it would definitely be far more convenient to just have a torch that doesn't go off. But I don't mind it. You actually have to treat it like a resource. That being said, don't ever accidentally go AFK while holding a torch. Okay, never mind. We'll light it later. One of my rules for playing DS2 is always carry a whip. Now, we don't have one of those yet, but we will. Okay, this is awful. We got him in the end. But my spear took quite the beating. Bastard sword. That could be another alternative backup weapon. How much do we need to carry that? 20 and 11. I don't know if I want to invest that much into strength. Alright. Probably don't need those anymore. Move that over here. And we will have our whip. Now, it doesn't matter whether or not we can use the whip. That's completely inconsequential. The whip allows us to break things without getting too close to them. I got greedy there. I thought I could take him out with that last one. Do we have repair powder? Yes. Does that seem like a waste of a repair powder? Also, yes. There we go. Oh. That's why I wanted to have the spear in tip-top shape. And even then, look at that durability, it's already gone to heck. You know, in retrospect, maybe I shouldn't have invested so much in such a delicate weapon. A wee ball. So we were invaded. Let's see. No seeds, okay. So a mechanic that was first introduced in Dark Souls 2 was the Seed of the Tree of the Giants, and it carried on to Dark Souls 3. Whenever you get invaded, there's a small chance, or maybe not a small chance, there's a chance that you'll get a seed on that particular tree that you can harvest. And if you get invaded, you can pop that seed, and it'll cause the regular enemies to suddenly be responsive to that invader. Okay, we are gonna go Fire Sword as our number 2.
I knew you'd be around soon. Go on, show me what you've got.
Okay, reinforce our Fire Sword.
I'll be around.
We'll head over to the Lost Bastille. We get it from +3 to +4.
I ought to fetch a new ember, flame.
Give a guy an ember and he's already asking for another one. Okay, let's see, reinforce. Okay.
Flame.
Now if you were here at the beginning and saw the pitiful amount of damage I was doing to the knights here, you'll see that our situation has improved quite a bit. I'll leave those guys alone for now. Ow. I'm not gonna do that one cheese where you trick him off the ledge after he does like 6 steps. Parkour! That being said, I am... Huh, looks like I did not get that new Estus Flask shard installed. You're doing fine without it. We'll be okay. One of the things that I really like about Dark Souls 2 is that it has these scenarios where they respect the duel. Of course, they don't respect the fact that I beat him, a bunch of sore losers. Should heal our stuff, get our humanity back. What an interesting look. That is a marvelous mustache. Bye! Bye! It always ends right there. And I'm human again! So, right after you do the duel, if you don't want to fight both of them, you come over here, and that kind of resets the other one to go back to his spot. So you can go back to focusing on one at a time. It's a nice little fun fact. Okay, I'm gonna raise the platform and continue. I don't appreciate the 2-on-1. I'm wondering if I go back here, will that... Okay, that'll reset the night. Nope, nope. Go back, go back. These guys are wild. It's hard to predict their movements. I just fight them with a shield. I can't be bothered to try to fight them intelligently. I feel like they're set though. Yeah, I think the sword ones are the worst. If you have a shield. If you don't have a shield, that fella up there is the worst. Okay, take 2. Come on, let's go. Okay, now the tough part, the dragon run. There's probably smarter ways of doing this. I'm certain of it. But I don't want anybody to accuse me of doing this the smart way. Yeah, you know what? We'll take that. Run! Nice. So I prefer doing this portion before I do the Dragon Rider, because once you've killed the Dragon Rider, all of the White Knights are up and about. And I just don't need that. Oh, well. That's about as good as it's gonna get. Let's just get rid of the whip for now. We don't accidentally switch to it. GG's, what up? Alright. Got him. Not gonna talk to this guy, he's kind of a dick. Now, I do eventually want to talk to him, but to talk to him and actually join his covenant and be able to buy things from him, you need the token of favor. And the only one way to get that is to do a full-on co-op, not just the short duration co-op. So I'll just put that there. And while we make our way to the Dragon Rider, maybe I get summoned and we fight him and I get the token of fidelity, yeah. And if I don't, then, you know, them's the breaks. No! Yeah, we took a couple of hits, but it's fine. Yeah, it looks like the sword just does better damage against him in specific. Yeah, we needed to get him out of the way. This chest was gonna open. I wonder how this sword does. Okay, so it's just superior in every way. Yeah, let's talk to this nice lady.
Are you from these parts?
No.
My name is Lycia.
Okay.
I have come to spread the art of miracles. I can see that you are well suited to comprehend their wondrous power.
Thank you.
But the cost of it, that's for your heart to decide.
True. Okay, I've already got one of those. I do have a basic heal. Can't really use it yet. We're good here.
I'd heard awful rumors about this place. The king, gone. I fear that, by now, they may have scarce room in their hearts for miracles. Why did I come here?
Oh?
Do I need any other reason than my preceptor always said this art and such? Sometimes I fight the urge to pack up and go back home. It is... well... and being out here all alone only makes this a more fitting test of... I expected this cathedral to be without any goings-on, to a place I could gull the... Sorry.
Sorry?
No need for mirror. The
Yeah,
gods...
yeah. Alright. So we've talked to her. So let's do a couple of things to wrap up. We are going to upgrade our sword as well.
I ought to fetch a new ember.
Yes.
Flame.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reinforce. There we go. We've got a +6 Fire Longsword and a +7 Chandler's Trident. Head back to Majula. Before we just spend everything on levels, gotta open that one door. Oh, Alicia, what a surprise.
Oh, hello there. An honor to see you again. This room is not as it seems, and only this an adventure.
Yeah. Ah. She prayed for the room to change.
Go ahead then. May the power offer your soul.
Yeah. It wasn't her operating the key. She made it move. Appreciate you, Alicia. Alright, let's head back to Majula, level up, and we'll call it there.
Is that a shard you found?
Yes?
Here, let me to see light, however...
Thank you. Alright, let's level up. So, I'm not going to be putting too many points into adaptability, and it's because I'm a mage. And it's not to say that mages don't need adaptability, it's just that you'll notice that agility goes up when you increase attunement. So I'll probably mostly put points into adaptability much later. I'll put a couple now just because early on you do get a lot more benefit. So I'll put one in there. But what I'm more interested in is pumping up my damage. So yeah, this should be okay. Yep. And one of the things, I increased both faith and intelligence because I plan on using miracles as well. Now, one of the interesting things about the scalings in this game is you do intelligence only, and that's going to benefit magic and fire. You do faith only, that's going to benefit lightning and fire, because fire will scale off of either. But if you want to increase your dark damage, you need both intelligence and faith, and it'll take whatever the lowest is. So right now, it does look like I'm setting myself up for a really good dark build. But I actually want to use magic, but I also want to be able to cast healing miracles on myself. And that is the reason why I'm pumping in a couple of faith points in early on. And eventually, I'm not going to invest that much into faith, and it's just going to be mostly intelligence. But early on, for that survivability factor, putting in that faith. And we can spend the rest of our money on this lovely lady. Not too much.
Thank you, Kai.
You're welcome. Because also want to start leveling this guy up. And you do that by purchasing.
Hello there.
Hello.
Welcome to my shop.
Does he have
I'm
eyebrows?
Merlin,
Hard to tell.
I sell armor. Oh, sorry, Please do have... I could really use the business.
Okay. Eagle kite shield. Okay.
Thanks very much.
So that money I spent should help level him up. We can stop looking like a bum. Start looking more dignified. Well, thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna call the stream here. Hope you all have a nice weekend.